Hello, everybody. Tom Rajabzadeh here from the International Ball Facebook page, hosting Coach Honur Harkay, who's currently based in Hungary, giving us a Central European basketball update. Coach Harkay has experience coaching both in Europe and Asia, and recently came out of quarantine as he joined his team Pilis, which is a team near Budapest, Hungary. Coach, thanks for joining us. I hope all is well and safe with you and your family.
Welcome for everybody.
First of all, congratulations on your recent signing. Following you last few years, it's been a pleasure just watching you get back into signing despite, COVID-19, a pandemic is shutting down basketball around the world.
Thank you very much. Well, in the last few years, I was always changing some clubs. So after Serbia, I worked in Malta, Denmark, Hungary, India, and Ireland. I'm now fourth time in Hungary. Here I like to work a lot. Before I was coaching in 3 clubs, and before I played like a player too in Szeged and in Budapest. And now I'm waiting a lot that I can start the work from this week in Pilis.
You also have experience coaching in the both also in the female side as well, correct?
Yes, it is correct. I started to work in a female basketball club in Topolčanka in Serbia that had a big tradition before played like first league in the former Republic of Yugoslavia. And here we had some national players in youth categories. We worked very hard with youth categories too, because sometimes we had senior teams that we not had a player from another club, that they were all our players. So it was like a strategy that we wanted to hold our young players and to develop them. And after they went to play for bigger first league, first Serbian league teams, and some of them are still playing in abroad. And after sometimes sometimes I worked in a female club and sometimes in a men club. I must to say that these are different experiences, and must to say that there are positive and negative things on both sides. Let's say maybe I can say that with females you need to have a lot of patience, but with females you can do some harder things because tactically they will do for you everything. And maybe with the guys it's a little easier to hold a good atmosphere, but with the guys you need to be flexible. Sometimes you need to let them to play alone what they want. So you can't hold so big tactical discipline with men teams like with female teams.
Yes, of course, and clearly this is a especially unique skill set that you have of working on both male and female side. That's help you continue to progress your career as you have coached different countries. What is the latest update? You are right now in the Central Europe, and just came out of the what they call the mandatory quarantine. Is that right? For 12 days or 14 days?
Yes. So it was 14 days, but when I entered to Hungary, it was 10 days. So it was an obligatory quarantine for me. But must to say that before I was 45 days, because I get 24 when I came back from Denmark last season. After I get another one, so again 10 days. So this has happened, and because of the COVID situation, here are some special situations for basketball too. Let's say in Hungary is a problem if some teams have trainings in school halls. Maybe they can't enter because the government said that schools not to give their halls for clubs after the classes. So this is a big problem, not just in Hungary. I heard that even some senior teams had some trainings outside, for example, because they need to prepare for the league. In Hungary, the men and the female first league started on this weekend, and there is a rule which player is positive before the match. The problem is that 6 weeks they can't play. So let's say that some teams who will have luck, maybe they will have more wins, and some bigger teams maybe can lose from weaker teams too, because sometimes you can't count for your player 6 weeks. And already in the first man league, some matches are postponed because some teams had 5 or 6 or more players who were positive. But the rule is in Hungary, if you have at least 8 players from your roster who is playing in your first league team, you must play the match. And let's say maybe can happen that if you are playing without key players, that can be a low-level match. So here will be a lot of surprises. And I must to say that the male first league in Hungary, becoming much stronger and stronger. And in this season, really, maybe everybody can beat everybody. And maybe for the first place in Hungary, will compete in this year Falko Szombathely, Alba Fehérvár, Deac from Debrecen, and Szolnoki Olajbányász. But these 4 teams can maybe lose from every team in this season. So it will be a very interesting season, and we need to use for the new rules.
So are the games being hosted like in a bubble format without fans in one location, or is it just home and away games, just no fans, or how is it being played?
Now fans can enter. There are some rules, how many free seats they must to be in the hall. But if the infected number is growing in Hungary, they said that maybe they will think about the bubble. But now fans can watch. And here people are very hungry that they can see the live matches. And how I was reading a lot of commentary on the social media, people are very happy that the basketball is started, and they are praying that they can follow live from the halls. But we will see if the numbers are growing, then maybe fans can't watch the match. And committee of the Hungarian Basketball Federation said that they are for sure that they will finish the league. The question is only that with fans or without fans, because this is important for basketball. The federation can't let again that the season is stopped, because already some clubs lost a lot of players. I'm speaking now about the youth categories, and this is bad for basketball. And I am happy that the federation is thinking on this way, because really this season must to finish.
How are the teams adjusting when they're retaining import players in terms of the type of contract they engage? Is there now a COVID-19 clause? Are there more non-guaranteed contracts? What's standard currently?
There are a lot of clauses. How I was speaking with agents who are working in Hungary, and I was speaking with some players, I must to say that is depending on the clubs, but almost in every contract there are some clauses for COVID. How they will finish the contract, this is depending on the club. But I didn't heard for no one player that would say for me that coach, I have a contract in this year that there is not a clause for COVID. Everybody must to prepare for this, but I think that the players who are now in Hungary, they will finish the season, and maybe can happen if the numbers were growing, that maybe the season will finish maybe little before, because in Hungary after the regular season you are playing again some matches before the playoff, and maybe these matches before the playoff will be not played, and maybe after the regular season starting immediately the playoff, and then there is an opportunity maybe to finish the season in March or April. Anyway, in Hungary the season is finishing sometimes even in June.
Well, thank you so much for doing this with us on International Ball social media platform, just to get an update with a friend like you that has eyes and ears on the ground. It's good for players, coaches, management, people abroad, because there's a lot of following when it comes to European basketball, especially in the central location where you're located. So thanks again for doing this, and looking forward to invite you back for more episodes of your updates in terms of what the basketball is doing and how everybody's adjusting with the coronavirus situation.
Yes, you are welcome. It was a pleasure for me too.
Thank you.